Should I quit my job and start a video production company? Well, I'd like to answer that question for you here. I'm Chase Turnbow, and I have a channel that's dedicated to helping people start and grow a successful video production company. So click the subscribe button if you want to learn more about that topic. And so if you are currently in a job and you know that your passion is video and you've been thinking about starting a production company, let's talk about some pros and cons of why you might want to go ahead and quit your job and start the business of your dreams. So number one, I'd like to share my personal experience. So about 6 years ago, I was an in-house videographer and I was getting a steady paycheck and it was great and I loved it and I was doing something that, I really had a passion for, but I wasn't my own boss. And I always had this desire to be an entrepreneur. And so finally, I stepped out and decided, you know what, I'm gonna open my own video production company because I really wanna be my own boss. And I did that. It was really difficult. The first 2 years were pretty brutal. I wasn't making a lot of money, but I'm about 6 years into it now. It's great. I love it. I wouldn't change my job for the world. I love what I do. And so there is amazing value in starting your own production company. And I know firsthand that can be extremely rewarding, especially if video, you just know that it's your passion. So from my experience, it's been awesome. It was a great idea for me to quit my job and just start my own company. But there's a lot of things that come with this that you have to know before you just jump ship. If you're starting any business, and a video production company for sure, you have to know that it might not be as simple as you think, especially if you have no experience owning your own business in the first place. You might find that pricing video and finding clients to actually pay you is kind of a difficult task. And getting started, you just have to be aware that there's going to be some struggles early on, and you're not going to immediately go from a steady paycheck to immediately owning your own production company and making that same paycheck. It doesn't happen that way typically. Usually you're going to have to take a pay cut at first. It's maybe even the first year you're going to earn a lot less than you did working in a job. It's very possible. You have to know that. But you also have to know that sky's the limit when it comes to a video production company. I mean, you can really grow. It's an amazing industry and there is a lot of opportunity. So you have to know that as well. Number three, I recommend having a plan. Don't just jump ship and just start your production company and quit your job just because you get tired of what you're currently doing. If you don't have a plan, you're gonna really set yourself up for failure. You gotta know how much expenses that you're gonna need to cover. You need to know how many bills you have to pay and what kind of money you're gonna have to replace with your own business. And so it might need to be a gradual process where you start a production company kind of on the side and you try to work that about 10 to 20 hours a week. And just adding those extra hours in until you start building some clients, and then you can quit your job, because it's really difficult to just immediately quit your job and start something brand new. So you might have to work 2 jobs for a little bit of time, but you really just need to plan ahead, whether that means saving up your money, so you have a cushion and you're not going to go broke if you don't get a client immediately. And number 4, you'll never reach total certainty, and you'll never reach a time where you feel like it's the perfect time or you have no fear. It just doesn't happen. If you want to start a video production company, you have to make a point to yourself that you are going to do it no matter what. That no matter, even if the odds seemed stacked against you, you don't have a lot to lose. You have to know that there's a lot more reward waiting for you than there is risk. So step out in faith and do it. I just know for myself, I never felt like I knew quite enough or I had a good enough client base to start my company. And I don't think you ever will feel that. There will always be a level of uncertainty and fear. So don't let it stop you from pursuing what you know you ultimately want to do. If you've been thinking about it for a long time, going, I really want to start a production company. It sounds so fun. It sounds such like an amazing way for me to make a living, but also just do something that I really like, then do it. I know for myself, it was the best choice I have ever made, and it is scary, and quitting your job is not easy. Unless you really hate your job, then I'm sure it will be easy. But replacing your income with income that you have to make all by yourself without a boss is a big difference. And I know that firsthand, but I know you can do it if you have the right planning and you take the right steps before just jumping ship. So I hope this helps you guys out. Please subscribe to this channel if you'd like to know more about starting and growing a successful video production company.